Ever caught your Siberian Husky sleeping in the strangest positions and wondered what's going on in that wolf-like brain of theirs? Maybe they're curled up so tight they look like a cinnamon roll, or sprawled out like they just don't care. Well, your Husky's sleeping position isn't random. It's actually revealing secrets about their personality, their health, and even their emotional state right now. And because Siberian Huskies are such a unique breed with their Arctic ancestry and independent nature, the way they sleep tells a completely different story than other dogs. So if you want to truly understand your Husky on a deeper level, you need to pay attention to how they're catching those Z's. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 7 most common sleeping positions your Siberian Husky uses and decode exactly what each one means. You'll discover which positions signal perfect health and happiness, which ones might indicate your Husky is stressed or uncomfortable, and what their sleep style reveals about their bold, stubborn, and incredibly loyal personality. Let's get into it. Position 1. The curled up ball. This is probably the most iconic Siberian Husky sleeping position, and it's deeply rooted in their DNA. When your Husky curls up into a tight ball with their nose tucked under their tail, they're channeling their ancient wolf ancestors who survived brutal Siberian winters. This position is all about heat conservation. Huskies were bred to withstand temperatures as low as minus 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and curling up like this protects their vital organs and keeps their nose and paws warm. Even if you keep your house at a comfortable 70 degrees, this instinct runs deep. If your Husky frequently sleeps this way, they have a strong connection to their primitive instincts. They're likely independent, self-sufficient, and comfortable being alone. This is a Husky who doesn't need constant attention and is secure in their environment. This is completely normal and healthy. However, if your Husky suddenly starts sleeping this way in warm weather when they usually don't, check the room temperature. They might be cold, or they could be feeling under the weather and trying to conserve energy. Position 2. The side sleeper. When your Siberian Husky flops down on their side with their legs extended, you're witnessing peak comfort and trust. This is one of the most vulnerable positions a dog can sleep in because their belly is exposed and they can't jump up quickly if needed. Your Husky is deeply relaxed, secure, and trusts their environment completely. Side-sleeping Huskies tend to be more easygoing and adaptable than their more anxious counterparts. This position also means they're getting quality REM sleep, which is when dogs dream. So if you see your Husky's legs twitching while lying on their side, they're probably dreaming about pulling sleds or chasing squirrels. This is the gold standard of healthy sleeping positions. A Husky that regularly sleeps on their side is physically comfortable, emotionally secure, and experiencing deep, restorative sleep. If your Husky stops sleeping this way and switches to more protective positions, it could signal anxiety or physical discomfort worth investigating. Position 3. The Superman or sploot. You know this one. Your Husky is lying flat on their belly with all 4 legs stretched out behind and in front of them, looking like they're skydiving through your living room. Husky owners call this the Superman, and it's absolutely hilarious every single time. This position is particularly common in Siberian Huskies because of their thick double coat. When they're overheated, they press their belly against the cool floor to regulate their temperature. You'll see this position way more often in summer or after an intense play session. Superman sleeping Huskies are typically high energy, playful, and always ready for action. This position allows them to pop up and spring into action at a moment's notice. If your Husky sleeps like this, they've got that classic Husky combination of playfulness and readiness that makes the breed so entertaining. This is normal and healthy, especially for cooling down. However, if your Husky excessively sleeps this way, even in cool temperatures, they might be overheating due to their thick coat. Make sure they have access to cool areas, plenty of water, and consider whether they need a summer trim, though be careful as Husky coats actually help regulate temperature. Position 4. The back sleeper. This is the ultimate sign of a confident, comfortable Siberian Husky. When your Husky sleeps on their back with their paws in the air and their belly fully exposed, they're telling you they feel completely safe. This is the most vulnerable position possible, and not all huskies will do it. Your husky is exceptionally confident, submissive in the best way, meaning they trust you as their pack leader, and secure in their home. Back-sleeping huskies tend to be more affectionate and bonded with their families. They're also probably a bit goofy and don't take themselves too seriously, which honestly describes most huskies anyway. This position also helps cool down since the belly has less fur. It's completely healthy and actually shows excellent emotional well-being. The only concern would be if your husky suddenly stops sleeping this way when they used to, which could indicate they're feeling vulnerable or anxious about something in their environment. Position 5. The cuddle pile. If you have multiple pets or if your husky insists on sleeping pressed against you or another dog, you're seeing their pack mentality in action. Siberian Huskies are incredibly social dogs who were bred to live and work in teams, so many of them prefer sleeping in physical contact with others. Your husky has a strong pack instinct and sees you or your other pets as family members. Cuddle pile huskies tend to be more socially dependent and may experience separation anxiety more easily. They value companionship and connection over independence. This is normal and sweet, showing healthy social bonding. Just make sure your husky can also sleep independently sometimes. If they absolutely cannot sleep without touching someone, they might have separation anxiety that needs addressing through training. Position 6. The burrower. Some Siberian Huskies love to burrow under blankets, pillows, or even dig into their dog bed before sleeping. This behavior is fascinating because while Huskies have thick coats, their ancestors would dig dens in snow for shelter from wind and predators. Burrowing Huskies are often more anxious or sensitive to their environment. They seek extra security and comfort. This doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your husky, just that they appreciate having a den-like space. Many Huskies are naturally more cautious despite their bold appearance. Provide your husky with a covered crate or a dog bed with raised sides to satisfy this instinct. If burrowing behavior suddenly increases dramatically, it could signal anxiety or that they're not feeling well and seeking comfort. Position 7. The passed-out sprawl. This is when your husky looks like they've been knocked out mid-stride, with legs going every direction, maybe their tongue hanging out, completely and utterly relaxed in the most ungraceful way possible. This husky is exhausted from play and completely comfortable in their home. These are typically young, high-energy huskies who've just burned through their seemingly endless stamina. It shows a healthy exercise routine and a secure environment. This is actually great. It means your husky is getting enough physical and mental stimulation during the day. Siberian Huskies need significant exercise, so if you're seeing the passed-out sprawl regularly, you're doing something right with their activity level. So there you have it, the 7 sleeping positions that reveal your Siberian Husky's inner world. Now I want to hear from you. Which sleeping position does your husky sleep in most often? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you've noticed any other weird sleeping habits your husky has, share those too, because we all know huskies are masters of the dramatic and unusual. If you want to find out about 14 things your Siberian Husky absolutely hates, click to watch the video on screen right now. Thanks for watching, and give your husky a belly rub from me.